Hello, I'm Tegan and welcome to Acorn Strings. I'm so glad you're here, whether you're a parent or an assistant teacher. Thank you for your interest, first of all, and also following up and having a look through all of our videos before you begin this process. We really understand how important it is that you're here to make sure that your learner or your child is going to have the best opportunity possible to build their brain development over the next 2 years. So what is Acorn Strings? It is the first program of NeuroMuse and it is targeted towards 6 to 7 year olds or years 1 and 2 at school in Australia or the 2nd and 3rd year of school learning. And the whole program is based on neuroscience studies and how music learning, instrument learning, impacts brain development. So we have structured the 2-year course purely on the want for more brain through learning how to play this instrument. Our course is 10 to 15 minutes a morning, every morning before school time, and that lights up the brain, the entire brain, ready to take in all the information coming up for the coming day. So instead of turning on just the literacy part of the brain at 11 o'clock in the morning when there's literacy class, or turning on another part of the brain for another subject, the whole brain is alight, ready to go at the start of the day. The program has been a year in the making and is available in 2 forms, one of learning at home and the other of schools being able to implement the program into their schools. So 2 very, very different modes of delivery, but ideally with the same results of permanent positive brain change for the rest of the child's life. So very, very exciting. As we all know, the pandemic has had a major effect on all of us, but especially our kids. They have missed out on a range of activities and a range of developmental aspects over the 2.5 years that it has taken to get to some sort of normal in their development. So we thought, what can we do? Because we saw a study where in the US, there is an expected IQ point drop of 20, which is huge considering that the average adult IQ is about 100. So losing 20 points off that is massive. Another study, a few studies we've seen actually, is the massive increase in language and speech delays in children because of adults wearing masks. Children need to be able to see adults speaking and forming speech. So the visual cortex in the back of the brain, which controls the eyes, and the auditory cortex, which controls the ears, link up and connect to be able to learn how to form speech. So we are dealing with potentially multi-generational issues. And our thought was, what do? We want to counteract this, or at the very least, we just want students to be able to have the opportunity to build the best brain possible. So we have built this program to be cost effective, easy to implement in your home or in your school, and ideally for the long term. So starting with 2 years, and as we roll on, we would like to obviously offer more courses down the track to make sure that students have the best opportunities going forward. So hopefully that all makes sense and we can get going together. Our pricing has come to be by trying to be as accessible as possible to as many people as possible around the world. So you will see that our individual home learning price is different to our school price. There is reasons for that, but overall we do try to keep pricing quite low to assist with making sure that children have this opportunity. So this is at the start of this video, we're offering $12 a week for the 2-year course for home learners. So that's $12 every week, even though classes aren't every week, but just breaking it up into $12 a week for the 2 years. And that way you've budgeted and you know exactly what's happening. For schools, we do operate on a slightly different system, so please get in touch and we will send you a quote along with a PDF and all the details you need to know. So you will see that in the Before You Begin section of our web app that there are a number of videos in 5 separate sections or 5 separate modules. We ask that you please go through all of these videos. We have purposely selected them so they are not too time consuming, but so you get a background of the neuroscience studies of music's impact on brain development, plus you learn a bit more about the program and make sure it's right for you. We absolutely want to make sure that it is right for your home setting or right for your school, and that way your learner is going to get the most success out of the program. And just for fun, why not learn the violin yourself along with your child or your learner? It's fantastic for a child to be able to see that someone they admire is doing something that they're doing, going through the same frustrations, trying to grasp something that perhaps they can't learn. They're able to learn positive modeled behaviours from your learning. So if you can, please consider it. It is very powerful and very beneficial for your learner, and it is a great bonding experience as well. So again, I'm Tegan. Thank you for joining me, and hopefully we will see you and your child or your learner on one of these very soon. Everything you need to know is in this Before You Begin section, so feel free to take your time and work your way through it. It will take about an hour to go through everything properly and make all your arrangements and make sure that you're doing everything as best you can to get started. If you need anything at all, please feel free to reach out, and thank you again for joining us. It is very special you're here, and I really want to make sure that I can make your child or your learner's experience and life as good as it can be through growing their brain through teaching this instrument. Thank you very much, and we'll see you soon. Bye.